Let me go backwards one. Hello, welcome to Office Hours with Stitchcraft Marketing. I'm Laura, I'm your Director of Operations and an account manager here. And office hours are our chance to kind of have a little question and answer with you. The way these work is we go ahead and present for 15 minutes or so on a topic that we think is important to you and your crafty business. And then at the end, I will stop presenting and we will just turn on our videos and mics and we can chat about anything you would like. It can be questions about this presentation or questions about any marketing concern that you have. This is just our hour to give you a little free advice and answer any questions you may have. I'm joined by the team, which is Rebecca, Flossie, and Annalisa. Annalisa is new. She's joining us today for the first time. And they will help me answer questions at the end. We all kind of field questions depending on what you're interested in and on what our various topics of specialty are. So without delay, I guess I'll get started. And today's presentation is a little bit about maximizing your sales during the holiday season. We know that this is the busiest season for you. And so we've tried to put together a few tips and tricks from a marketing perspective that will make your season more successful, because that's what we're here to do, give you support for that. So the talk today is loosely based on our blog post, which went up this morning, called 5 Steps for a Successful Holiday Selling Season. This is somewhat a revision of other presentations that we've given over the years. During the COVID epidemic, we had a lot more about masks and sanitation and safety procedures, but we've sort of built this out for the season and all the new things that we face this year, new technologies, those kinds of things. And what we've brought to you is a compendium of things that we have figured out as an agency when working with our clients, some best practices, and just some things to keep in mind as you plan for the busiest season of the year. So the fundamental parts to our plan are, or the fundamental parts of any successful selling season is to plan, to execute, to plan, to execute, and then sort of to rejoice and sell. Basically, you need to spend some time planning what it is that you want to do. You need to spend some time executing on that plan. And then when it is all over, you get to enjoy that you've had a successful season and are heading into a new year. So one of the first thing that we talk about is kind of the planning elements. And this can comprise a variety of things. This is your marketing strategy. This is your promotional materials. What kinds of things are you going to do during the holidays? Do you want to create any ancillary postcards, signage, those kinds of things? What kinds of sales or discounts you may be offering throughout the season. And I would also put special event days in there, and we'll talk about that a little bit further. So kind of what is your look and feel going to be this holiday season, and what kinds of products do you want to emphasize to share with your customers? So marketing strategy involves identifying which channels you want to market to. If your most active place is your Facebook group, then that is where you want to center a lot of your offers. If you find the most traction on Instagram, then that's where you would want to market to that. Do you want to send email newsletters? Do you want to do anything through a mobile app? Those kinds of things. One of the things that we suggest is that if you're going to have lots of holiday specials for the season, you might want to create a holiday landing page that showcases those specials, and then refer to that in your emails or in your posts. If you've been with us for a while, we talk about some of the key elements to a great post are an eye-catching photo, a great description, and a call to action. What do you want your customers to do with that? So as you post about your offerings during the holiday season, keep in mind that you want to send them to where they can make their holiday purchases in as few clicks as possible. I don't know how you feel about it, but when I have to go and click into someone's profile, and then I have to click into the link tree, and then I click to it and it takes me to the main homepage, and then I have to figure out where the product is that I want to buy, I'm much less likely to go through all of those steps. So if you can make your products shoppable, if you can add a direct link so that people can go right to the product page and purchase all of that, or right to a landing page where they can see all of their options, that is a great idea. You want to make it as easy and frictionless for your customers to shop as possible. Again, think about your avatar. who is going to be buying things from your shop during this holiday season? Now, I know as crafters, we kind of have two sets of holiday shopping. The first is kind of early on in the season with people who are making gifts or making holiday decor, and they're buying their materials so that they can complete their projects in time for the holiday season. But you also have a set of shoppers that comes a little bit later on who are either looking for last minute quick and easy gifts they can put together, gifts that they can give a crafter, or gifts for themselves. So what kinds of things would they spoil themselves with during the holiday season? Again, think about who your person is. Is your avatar a beginning sewist? Then you want to highlight beginning projects that make great sewing gifts. Is your person a beginning sewist who you want them to sort of elevate their skills and get them brand new tools for the season, kind of level up a little bit? Then you might want to put something together, a buyer's guide together for, you know, how they can take themselves to the next level. What might be the next machine? What might be the next project? What might be the next tools that, or techniques or classes that would enhance their experience in your store? Promotional materials are printed items like bags or package inserts. If you're going to get special tissue paper for the holidays, are you going to offer gift wrap in your shop? Those kinds of things, you really need to think about those now so you can order all your supplies and have them available to you. In-store signage and posters. Are you going to have signs up about your holiday specials? Are you going to add little tags to the register? What do you want to do? And also digital graphics that you can then share on social media. Again, the idea is that with a little bit of time and planning, you can create a campaign that looks cohesive so that your store is decorated and ready to go for the holidays, and a lot of your holiday posts look the same and feel the same. The other thing to think about is gift cards or gift card promotions. What do you get for the person who you have no idea what to get for them? You get them a gift card so that they can go shop on a shopping spree for themselves. Never, as long as you're set up to offer gift cards, make sure you're offering those to your customers, because they may be able to say forward that email on to their husband and say, this is what I want for the holidays. So, or their wife, or a friend, or whoever else, a mom, a dad, just it's a way to sort of increase your sales by treating your customers. So sales. What do you want to do in the way of sales and special events? We see these kinds of things all the time. For instance, do you want to participate in Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or Small Business Saturday? You don't need to participate in all three. You can decide to participate in none of those. But if people are out and shopping and looking for something special, is there a day you want to focus on? Do you want to do 12 days of Christmas, some kind of Advent, or something leading up to the holiday season where you're featuring special products or projects on sale for a day? The example that I've been using is I have a fabric store that works with me, and she decided that she did not want to wait till after Halloween to price down all of her Halloween fabrics, because she was like, as soon as Halloween is over, I'm going to have to cut them, 30–40% so that I can move them out of the store. So instead, what she decided was every day in October, while supplies last, she puts one item on special and marks it off 10–20%, so that maybe she's getting some of those sales in and also liquidating her inventory as it goes. You might think about that in terms of some of your holiday fabrics or holiday project kits or notions. Maybe you want to sell them at the beginning of December for a slight sale, so they can prepare for next year, or so that they can give a holiday gift or a holiday decor to someone else. Are you going to offer free shipping? Are you going to offer freebies along with a purchase? Are you going to do something for the holidays and do a gift with purchase? Do you want to bundle products together in special bundles to do value added items? Things like that, it's important to know in advance, because then you can get your photos taken, you can create your graphics, and you have that kind of in your plan, what week you want to announce it via email, etc. Comments sold is another way to have some fun for the holidays. If you're not comfortable holding holiday events in person, or you just also want to branch out a little bit, you could use an app like Comments Sold to do Facebook Live sales, or kind of a holiday party, holiday sale combined. And you might want to experiment with some of that, but you'd like to get into it now and learn about how to do that so that when you actually get to the party day, you are ready to go. Discounts. We're going to talk about some of the dangers of discounting, but if you want to offer discounts during the holiday season, you need to think about what kind of discounts you want to offer. Again, go back to your customer avatar. What is most important to them? What do you think would make them most likely to buy from you? And you can plan different discounts for different customers. If you are segmenting your emails, you may be able to send something for beginning sewists just to the beginning sewists on your list. You may be able to create a slightly different email for advanced sewists. I'm not saying every email that you create has to be geared towards a very, very, very specific audience, but if you do create a few different gift guides or a few different versions of what it is that you're selling, you can kind of hit more than one customer avatar if you have more than one. You also want to plan for your bundle discounts or gift with purchase. You want to order all those supplies in advance because there's nothing worse than not having something come in time, or only ordering a few and then not being prepared to actually give them out. So let's talk about the dangers of discounting just a little bit. One of the things we talk about here at the agency is discounting is a very fine line. You want to offer your customer some kind of a deal. You want to offer them some kind of an incentive to purchase with you, but you also don't want to leave money on the table. And a lot of people, well, we see a lot of shops constantly offering discounts or offering very predictable discounts. And the deal is it can steal your current sales. Your customers can wait for those deals and not purchase things at full price. And so you're leaving some money on the table there. Also, discounting things devalues your product. Over time, our customers, if you constantly discount items, our customers going to think, well, I shouldn't pay full price because I'll just get it on sale in a few weeks. So also, it's not as easy to make up your discounted price by increasing your volume, and it trains your customers to expect the new discounted price. We're not saying don't ever discount. We're just saying try and think about it sort of as an overall value that you're offering your customers. And what do your customers value the most? Are they really price sensitive, or are they going to like something like a free gift with purchase, or purchasing some kind of bundle of items where you may be able to save them a few dollars, but you're also increasing the value of their purchase? So now we're going to go to the execution portion. You've already kind of brainstormed your ideas for the season. You've thought about what you might want to do and when you might want to hold your events. You've ordered some promotional materials. Maybe you've put together a few different graphics. You're starting to think about kind of the nuts and bolts of how you're going to make this happen. I will say we are about 11 weeks from Christmas right now. I know that sounds daunting. I know for many of us, it's like, whoa, I'm not ready, but you have about 10 weeks to plan for your holiday selling season. And truthfully, the last week or two before Christmas are going to be people coming in for last minute things. It's not going to be people like planning for their holiday gifts. So right now you have about 8 weeks to plan for the remainder of your season and to kind of start laying things out. Some of the things to start thinking about as you execute. Can you come up with a gift guide for your customers? I talked about this the other day in another presentation, which is who are your different kinds of customers and what might they like the most? You could put together a guide for crafters. You also, if you sell finished goods, you could put together a guide for like treating someone you love this holiday season. For instance, if you're a yarn shop and you also sell hats, great winter hats with pom-poms, maybe that's a finished gift that someone can give to someone who appreciates handmade gifts, but just doesn't have time to make them. Is your website optimized for mobile? We can't say this enough. People shop on mobile devices these days. And even if they don't literally buy on the mobile device, they are going to look at what you're offering on a mobile device, particularly if the way they find you is through your social media post. So does your website load on mobile? Is it a pleasant experience to try and navigate through it? Obviously, it may not look 100% as great as it looks on a desktop machine where you're looking in a browser window, but when you open your shop, if when you open your shop in your mobile app and pictures are on top of each other, or you have to scroll for ages to get to any products, you may want to think about what it is that you can do to make that a little more optimized. As you start to execute, and this is sort of a planning and executing, build yourself a content calendar. Honestly, at the agency, we go ahead and look at a month spreadsheet, and we kind of plan out our month. Okay, this Saturday is Christmas. this is Black Friday, this is here, we're having an open house here, and then we start to lay out what kinds of things do we want to publish each week. If the second week in November, you're going to publish a big thing about all your Small Business Saturday specials, then you want your email about Small Business Saturday to go out then. You want your Instagram and Facebook feeds that week to feature all the products that are upcoming on those days. As you start to plan out your calendar, you can mark things down about when you want to hit your deadlines. And particularly since we're talking about 8 weeks now, having a calendar you can go back to will be helpful. In terms of execution, once you execute, you want to go ahead and look at how you did. So generally, when we meet with our clients, we encourage them to review their analytics every few weeks, every month, quarterly. In this case, if you are trying some new promotions, you're trying to figure out what is hitting with your customers and what is not, then what you may want to do is review your analytics a little more frequently. If you put something big on special last week and you want to see what happened and you want to see how customer interaction went, how many people clicked on those links, you may want to go back and look at your analytics a little more closely and see which posts did the best and do more of those, and see which posts didn't do as well and do fewer of those. The second thing the last thing on this list is to segment your email list. I talked about this a little bit already. If you have a few different customer avatars, you might want to send out different gift guides to different people, or different gift guides at different times. Maybe this month you're going to send out like the gift guide for crafters, and next month, or maybe this month you're going to send out the gift guide to crafting for the holidays, which is creating things for the holidays because they've still got a little time. Maybe next month you're going to send out a gift guide for crafters, highlighting fun items in your shop that someone could purchase for a crafter they love. So we talked about gift guides. We talked about creating bundles and buy one, get ones. We talked about making different guides for different recipients. And if you want to add an incentive or some kind of code for them, that helps you track how much traction you're getting. If you put out a gift guide and you put a unique code in your gift guide and you get 10 people who respond to that, who buy X amount of items, if they're using that code, you know that's exactly how they found you. You know that's what they're using to purchase. And then you can figure out how much did it cost you to do the gift guide? And was it really a value add? Did it bring in more money? And should it be something that you do again? Again, you're looking at your analytics, you're trying to track how what you're doing in your marketing is translating to your sales. And then I talked about plan for online mobile shopping and making it easy to navigate your site. So this is a little bit more about the content calendar. This is just something that we grabbed. This is kind of how we lay out our calendars when we work for our clients as we do social media. You do not have to post every day of the week. I will say we always tell our clients to post on a schedule that is sustainable for you. If that is twice a week, if that is 3 times a week, make that a thing. You can think about if you want to do specific things on specific days. For instance, we often with our clients suggest like a WIP Wednesday, show a work in progress, Maker Monday, feature someone who has feature one of your customers who has made a great product in the shop, or feature a pattern designer that you'd like, you know, and make some suggestions on project kits, those kinds of things. That may help you as you lay out your content calendar. Also, think about your plan for boosted posts and advertising. If you have been waiting to sort of step into the world of advertising, you can experiment with some things for not very much money. Facebook ads, you can spend as little as $10 or as much as, well, the sky's the limit on that, but we have clients who consider boosting posts or doing some kind of special ad campaign on Facebook around the holiday season, and they spend between $50 and $250. Again, you want to see how trackable it is, and you want to see if you can evaluate some of the results, if it meets your goals. But if you have a little bit of money to experiment with, you can expand your reach. Also, remember to note when you're going to want to do e-campaigns, when you're going to want to do more signage, or if you're going to put inserts in your bags about come back for our holiday open house, or be sure to shop with us this week online because we'll have specials for Cyber Monday, those kinds of things. So again, we talk about reviewing analytics. You want to capture data from new marketing methods as best you can through discount codes, through social media analytics, through how many people are opening your emails and clicking on links. You can compare week to week and adjust. You don't have to compare every week to every week. But if you know you're doing something big and new this week, look at if it made a difference in your numbers compared to other weeks, and then you can figure out if you should do it again. One of the things that we suggest you do is capture some data from the next 8 to 10 weeks, because then you have data to look at next year when you start to plan your campaigns, and you can figure out if you're making year-over-year progress. We did talk about segmenting your email lists, who are your highest purchasers, who like certain product types. You can craft different subject lines for each email, and you can add discount codes or special sales to each so that you can track which group is most responsive to what it is that you're offering. So the final point is to rejoice. Once you have gotten through the holiday season, you are done. Celebrate, finish the year strong. And of course, we can't help but adding in, you should put your thinking caps on about what you want to do in the first quarter of next year. If you wait till January 1st, you can certainly do that. I know it is a little bit of a slowdown right after the holidays, but think about how you can turn January and February into crafting months by hosting craft-alongs, or doing sales on some of your leftover products, or encouraging people to bring their new tools or new machines or new projects into the shop and get help with them in the new year, creating a cozy space. I know for most of us in the Northern Hemisphere, January and February tend to be cold. We tend to not, depending on where you live, we tend to not like to venture outside, but people are looking for crafting community during those months. And if you can make your store a haven for that, getting more traffic into your store and getting people to walk through will also increase purchasing. So that is kind of what I have for you. We pulled together a few additional resources on our blog. Our blog is full of free content. We post 2 blog posts a month, and we have lots on holidays and sort of maximizing your sales. A few things that we added to the list are Google Analytics 4. That is coming up big in 2023. What's new in social media? We publish these every 6 months or so as we take in all the new tools and sales strategies and changes into the algorithms that we can find in a lot of the social media platforms. We have an article on taking your e-commerce to the next level. And then we also have an article about the dangers of discounting, which I talked about, which is kind of walking that fine line between discounting and offering some kind of value add to get your customers to purchase more. So that's kind of the end of what I have prepared. I'm going to go ahead and get out of sharing my screen. Anyone who would like to turn on their camera and join us is welcome to. We're here to answer any questions you have. And they don't have to be related to the presentation that I just gave, but they can be. Okay. Everyone's quiet. You don't have to come out of the woodwork. If anyone has any questions for us, wants any free advice, I will tell you. Let me go to my sheet. I believe next month, well, let me pull I usually pull these ahead of time, but I forgot this time. So let me pull next month's office hours is going to be scheduled for let me see, November 16th, that is a Wednesday. It will be at 2 p.m. And one of the topics that we're going to explore is, hang on 2 seconds, because I forgot to pull it. We will be announcing that soon. I have one, I just can't remember where I put it. I know Leanne sent me a great idea because we already have a presentation prepared. So, and I did not pull that topic together, but we will be meeting again in November, and then we're going to take December off as a little break for the holidays, because I know everyone will be swamped with holiday get-togethers, and we usually meet the 2nd or 3rd week of the month, and I know that sort of gets into holiday time. So I see we've got a couple people attending. I hate to call you out, but okay. Well, thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, you are more than welcome to reach out to us after this. Oh, yes.
Oh, I just saw a mic come on. Yeah, this is Jerry Sorrell. I'm tuning in from Bernina.
Oh, great.
So I'm trying to get like ideas for some of our dealers, and I have
Mhm.
recommended you guys to a couple of dealers. So I just want to be able to speak intelligently to them about you guys.
Okay, well, I will say, so we do have a YouTube channel. Let me pull it and I'll put the link in the chat for you. And our YouTube channel, we post all of these sessions on our YouTube channel. They are free for anyone. Our newsletter is also free to sign up for. So, I mean, they can get a lot of material from us before they would be interested in working with us. You know, and our blog, like I said, we post 2 articles a month. So there is lots of information out there that they can access even for free.
Okay, yeah, I have talked to a couple of people, newer dealers that we have that are looking to change some of their marketing. So hopefully they contact you guys. I'm pushing it.
Yeah, well, we hope so too. We love our Bernina clients.
Good.
Because we've got several, but yeah, and we love working with you guys.
Yeah. Well, we get all our images, so you get all our images, you can help them out really well. I think that's one of the biggest pluses for them. So
yes, and that is hugely helpful to us, because for the stores that do not do a lot with their own images, that's a really nice bonus for us. Yes. It makes our life easy.
Yes. I know Jen is on, but she's multitasking. So
okay. I did notice she was here. That's not a problem. This session will be uploaded to YouTube probably in, my guess would be the next half hour. I just have to wait for it to finish processing. And so if you want to send that out, I know we're kind of on the cusp of being a little bit late for holiday season planning, and a lot of your stores probably have done some already.
I wouldn't jump to that conclusion.
Okay. Well, so I was going to say, I know I work with Dave's Bernina in Utah, and so I know they already have like their holiday showcase and a lot of their stuff, like dates planned. So I wouldn't say I'm completely done getting their social media ready, but they do have some events.
Yeah, he's a very big dealer. He's on top of everything. So yeah, it's the other ones that we have to kind of ease into all of this stuff and get them moving. So
yeah.
Now, are you okay with us maybe sharing? We do it like a tip of the week, or, you know, some kind of a blurb in our weekly update. Are you okay with us sharing any of your content? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, basically it's all on our blog and it's on our YouTube channel. And I mean, as long as you're basically giving people the links for that, that's fine.
Yes. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks, everyone.